Everyone, welcome back to another episode. I have an unboxing that I actually got a little bit ago that I will get into in a second, but I wanted to share with you first some pickups that I've got recently. This is Prison School 4. I got this from Amazon. I read it almost immediately after I unboxed it. It was just by itself. I figured you guys wouldn't mind. And I actually have read enough Prison School now that I'm going to do a video on that probably within the next week or so stay tuned for that. I'll tell you more about what I think of the series then. But literally like 2 days ago, we got the release of Kuroko's Basketball, which I also read immediately after picking up. I've got more time, so I'm reading more. This is a volumes 1 and 2 collection done by Shonen Jump. It's $17 if you've got the Barnes & Noble membership like I did. It was like 15, I think. Definitely good. It's rated teen, and I read it and I thought that it was good, but I'm not so much of a sports guy, and I never really have been. And so my problem with it is that I mean, the only sports manga, and you don't even have to classify it as sports, but technically the only thing that I've read that kind of fits into the sports manga genre is Hikaru no Go. And that I loved, but I loved it not because of the plot or what it was about, but because, well, kind of I did. I don't know how I feel. Maybe I'll get back to you on that one. But with this, I've never been into basketball, and I've never really cared about sports in general, so it's hard for me to get into it. However, my younger brother Abs has seen all of the anime, and so I knew that it was good from him, and he had told me about it. And the premise of this is good. It's about Kuroko, this blue hair guy right there, and he's basically invisible. No one can sense his presence, and so he's able to sneak into the game unnoticed. People will pass the ball to him, he will pass it to someone else, and they'll make the shot. And so the premise is cool. My problem is I don't know how long they'll be able to play that and make it seem viable. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a tournament style series from what it seems like. From the first 2 volumes, it seems to me like it's going to be tournament style, and their team is going to face off this team, this team, this team, this team. They'll get to the end, kind of like Hikaru no Go. But I don't know. There's got to be something else to it. And so far, there's not like drama between characters. There's not some love interest. It's just basketball, and I guess that's good in some aspects, but it's also bad because I guess I'm just worried it's gonna get stale, if that makes sense. Anyway, this is Liselotte, and the Witch's Forest, and this is done by the chick that did Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket, now Yen Press is publishing in 2 volumes 1, 2, volume 3, 4, different omnibus formats. They're called like limited collector's edition, but they're reprints, for God's sakes, and they look a lot nicer than the Tokyo Bop copies that I've got. Anyway, so this is her next work, and this has been out in Japan since like, I want to say 2009 or something. I don't actually know. And I'm not going to lie to you, I've not actually finished Fruits Basket. I've read, so this just came out the other day, but okay, the original one is 2012, so it's fairly old, 4 years old. There's only 5 so far. They have the first 3. I think the next one comes out in November, and then the 3rd volume will come out in January of next year. And it's cool because it's been a while since she's been in the limelight, and now with the Fruits Basket reprints, more and more people care, which is cool. And I always like it when old series aren't forgotten; they're redone. And Blam's coming out, and we've got a bunch of new stuff, the Boruto series, stuff like that. So in here, this is actually a part of that giant eBay binge that I started clear back at the other house in the other library, and I had 5 different big sets of stuff that I got from eBay, all around $100-ish. This was actually $90-something, but it is Pandora Hearts, volumes 1 through 24. It's the full run. They're a little bit dinged up. They've got some damage. Pandora Hearts. And it's older teen, also done by Yen Press. It's someone else's collection, so I can't like credit myself for getting it all. There's volume 2, volume 3, and then 4. The covers look definitely interesting. I don't really know as much about this as I should. I'll take the rest of these out and show them to you. And actually, as I do this, I'm going to kind of wax on philosophically more about what I was saying about Kuroko's basketball. Series now are they're going on so long, and I was saying how I don't know how it's going to be in a couple volumes, and that's also what I had a problem with Prison School about when I read that. My attention span really only lasts for about maybe 10, 12, 15, 16 volumes of any particular series. I think Dragon Ball is the longest series I've actually finished to completion, and it was tremendous. And Dragon Ball is really not the best one to talk about because it's very diversified, I guess, in certain ways. But the whole point is, when you have a series that has gone on, in my opinion, for too long, or what I would consider too long, it's bothersome to me personally. And I know that One Piece gets a lot of shit for how big it is. I know it gets a lot of praise for how big it is. But I also know the dude's finished the last panel already. So, with that being said, he's planning to wrap it up. Naruto just finished earlier this year, and we've also got Bleach. Now, I woke up this morning, and I saw on my Twitter feed that Bleach has 2 chapters left in Japan. It will finish on 74 books, which I'm a little bit proud about because that means he beat Naruto by 2, technically 1. But the point is, stuff is lasting so long these days, and I love shorter series. I don't know if I'm alone in liking shorter series, but I thought the Death Note was superb in finishing up a great story in 12 volumes, over done with. It was. I mean, they could have done it in 8, honestly, because no one that I know likes the middle part. And you know, if you've known Death Note, you know what I'm talking about. But there's kind of just my thoughts on that. So, and there's rumors that Tite Kubo's being rushed to finish the series, which I actually kind of believe, because I would like to think the dude thought it out a little bit more. At the same time, I'm a little bit excited that perhaps he'll be starting something new. Something new from Tite Kubo would be excellent for me specifically. That looks like freaking Ruby or Final Fantasy Agito right there. Interesting. Typo, sorry. So that was volume 22. I'm missing volume 23. Did not come in this set, but I do have the finale, volume 24. And for those who don't know, Pandora Hearts has actually restarted, or not restarted, but I guess is continuing. So this is the end of the first story, and we're getting now, I think, 3 volumes out into the next story. And I honestly don't know a lot about this. I know the kid's being framed for something he thinks he didn't do, or maybe he didn't do, or blah, 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 I don't know. But I know it's big. I'm excited to have all of it but one, and so I will get into it. The books are really damaged. Whoever had these greatly understated the fact of that they're messed up. But I'll get over it. I have ways of repairing books. So if you have anything to say about Liselotte, The Witch's Forest, Pandora Hearts, Kuroko's Basketball, Prison School, make sure you leave a comment or anything like that underneath. And then I have planned a lot of other great stuff, and I have more time now than I've ever had before. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you. Pitch Black, anyone who voted for Pitch Black, thank you so very much, because it actually won the democracy decision, or whatever the hell it's called. And so we will be getting it on shelves, at least in the US. I'm sorry for people who live overseas. But we'll be getting it on shelves starting now, is what they say on their website. We actually won. I'm very happy. I don't know how close the polls were, but I know that it won, and I stopped caring at that point, because that means I can drink it whenever I want to for the rest of my life, in theory. And I'm so appreciative for everyone who voted for me, because I asked them to. I really appreciate it. And anyone who has not yet actually tried it, pick yourself up a can, because it is phenomenally good. I'm very happy with it. So, anyway, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you're having a good day, and I will catch you later. Peace.